Aim at the 50. Bingo. Here we have the Taggin ML36. Now what makes this piece of equipment so expensive and so reliable is the fact that it can continuously fire.
Well, goddamn way.
It can continuously fire the Taggin rounds, only Taggin, nothing else. So what you're going to need to do to operate this piece of equipment is this shell. Then this shell will actually go on into your tag round. You will put it right in there. Nice way of the way they designed the ML36 is it swivels to the side, just like an M320. If any of you users, M320 users, I use the Taggin shells. You understand that it's significantly easier to load the Taggin shell when it swivels to the side like an M320. So that's exactly what they did here. What happens is you will load your round. You make sure you're going to twist it a little bit due to the fact that the grenade launcher is actually grooved, so it will go way further. I believe these are rated up to around 600 feet of continuous fire. You will load it in. You will close it. This is your safety fire switch. So fire, you will pull, and it will fire. The good thing about this versus the M320 is this is consistent fire when it's with the CO2. What I mean consistent is a lot of the issues with the M203s come with the trigger pull. Is it's actually not consistent every shot that you do. Some of them can release a little bit more gas, some of them a little less gas. Now how does this thing operate? So right here you have the quick detach lid that you actually just swivel to the side. You press this button right here, you swivel to the right side, and you have these little grooves right in there that actually just pop right out. You will close it, then using your integrated sights, you will pull back. This will automatically push back as the CO2 pressure continues. Once you're ready, all CO2'd up, and you're ready to fire, you switch it to fire, pull the trigger, and in a good weather, around 15 degrees Celsius, because these were actually calibrated within 15 degrees. You push it back, and it's done. Now these are actually calibrated in yards, so you have 50 yards, 100 yards, 120, 130, 150. This is direct shot where you line up the 50 with that. So right now we're probably around 100 feet from that RV. So, but due to weather, it's around 20 degrees here in Connecticut. We are actually going to aim a little bit higher. We might overshoot it, but I have another rep. So 3, 2, 1. Totally overshot it. You will be able to get at least 8 good shots. After that, you will either fall short and will not fire at all. Right now, I mean, we were around -10 and -9 during the day. I was able to actually get only 1 shot out of it. Barely. I actually had to use hand warmers to warm up my CO2s, then insert and then actually puncture it. And that way I got a shot off for 2. So cold weather, no good. However, I've seen a lot of mistakes happen with these. Is once people are done with shooting, they automatically assume that they can pull this up. But what happens is once you pull this up, this is still pressurized. What happens is this QR lid will just go flying. It's up to you if you want to buy another one for $50, or you have this button right here that depressurizes the whole system. If you're not sure how many times you've actually shot it, I would just depressurize the whole thing. You can continuously hold it, and it will depressurize the whole thing. Then, actually nicely done, there's a magnet right on top of here, and it will actually stick to your CO2, and you will normally pull it right out. So, taking this thing apart, I've only taken it apart once. What I've noticed is there's 2 O-rings right in here, 2 in here, and 2 in here. That's all it is. It's around 6 to 7 O-rings. They are all changeable, so once you get a leak or any of that sorts, you can easily change it. Not on the field, but in the shop, you can 100% change it. So once you open this up, do not open it this way because your casing, they are reusable, of course. They are reusable.
Got that Pollock money?
Yeah, the money that goes straight into Tag products. So we're actually gonna aim at the 50. Bingo. So as you can see, it's pretty accurate. I mean, 50 yards is about 150 feet. You know, so this is actually good up to around 450 feet accurately, but nothing says nothing, you know, if you really, you can aim above the 150, so probably, I don't know, 170 or 160 mark. But, you know, with brushes and stuff like that, you know, chalk rounds are very fragile, so they're gonna hit a branch and automatically break. There's no buts, ifs about it. So. Now, do I recommend this to somebody that plays kind of open play? No. This thing was really designed for taking out vehicles, more of a Milsim play, such as American Milsim, Milsim West, Misato up in the East Coast, and that's really much it. I mean, yeah, the cheapest rounds for this are the Paladins, which are the chalk rounds, which run around $45 per box, and per box is around actually 10 of them. You have the Reaper, which are 2.5 and 3.5 second fuse. You have the Archangels, I believe, that are actually impact and fuse. I believe the fuse is 3.5 seconds. And you have one more that are actually white tip that are impact only. What a lot of them times happens is with bad weather. I've actually been to a Milsim West game where I have actually collected 6 of the white tip ones, and they were actually scattered right on the tip because they actually didn't go off due to the pressure not being built up in the launcher and able to send them far enough and actually activate the switch within the grenade itself to explode on impact. Retails for $720. It is a very expensive piece of equipment. I would only recommend this to somebody, like I said, is dedicated AT, will take out vehicles, personnel. I mean, aiming this thing and getting it shot is awesome. It really does hit on the spot. The 50 mark, the 100 yard, 130, 150 yard mark, it really does hit on the spot. It's a really amazing piece of equipment. However, for $720, if you're not up to it, they're releasing a bunch of other shells. I know there's the HPA shells, which are more stable than the CO2 shells or the green gas shells. They also have a multi-range shell coming out that you have, I believe, up to 4 or 5 ranges. And what happens is that shell, I believe, works on different pressures. So once you turn up the pressure, you know, it's a bigger pressure, so it will send it further. I have yet to get one of those. I've always worked with the green gas shells because they were always the best for me and more convenient. But yeah, that concludes the review of the ML36. If you really want to, you know, ball out a little bit and you want to spend your money and you're dedicated 18, I would 100% recommend this.